you should not hear it, but okay. So hello everybody, I'm François Montandon, co-founder of Temansoft, more in charge of marketing and sales, business development, and also doing these webinars to present Temansoft. So Temansoft, the platform, Teman for insurance. And today we're going to talk about how to reduce or how to process by a chatbot and AI claims processing. Okay. So the first step is I'd like to show you a few slides. So give me some time. I will just start the presenting software here. So I will start. So give me a second. So enter this patient, and I'm starting the presentation from the current slide and as large as possible. So like this, you can see, checking that everything is working. Should be some delay. Okay, so accelerate claims management through intelligent automation. How we do with our platform to increase the speed and manage reliable data collection for claims. What we're looking for, what is a claim? A user will come and go to some chat, different channels, and initiate a declaration. So he might exchange, provide information. The AI is going to ask for information. AI is also going to ask for documents. We will read those documents, extract information, ask the user eventually to confirm if the document is, for example, handwritten, confirm that what is written on the document is what the machine has extracted. And we also can do during the process, we can check control information by our system synchronized with your databases. So let me, why we say this is reinvented. Okay, we can do this claim management via WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, or Google Chat. So it means your customers, if they are more like, let's say, consumers, they will probably use more easily WhatsApp. It's very easy to access. Everybody has WhatsApp on his smartphone or computer using WhatsApp Web, or Microsoft Team or Google Chat if you have business customers who might do the declarations via their own Teams platform or Google Chat. So what is happening today with those declarations? Here you have a document that is in French. Yeah, French. The process is still complex. People fill in forms, scan forms, send you the forms, and do different things like that. They call, they do different things. Information is provided is often wrong, or people don't understand because they don't feel, or if they feel very often, the form, of course, gonna be okay, but sometimes it's exceptional, and so forth. So there are many mistakes, communications going back and forward, and at the end of the day, the process is slow, repetitive, frustrating for the managers, for the people who collect the information, as for your customers who have to, who it takes a lot of time to do just to declare an incident. Okay? So, how we do and what is a bit our differentiator? Many AI solutions, okay, are let's say you configure agents and then those agents will interact and then you're going to extract the information from the conversations. We build up here in our platform, and I will show you briefly how we do that, structure and guided dialogues. Means that when you have to declare a claim, okay, an incident, okay, there are a number of questions that have to be asked. You expect to get the information on a certain format and then push it to the information system structured on the right format and so forth. Okay. So what we do, we build up those dialogues, those structured guided dialogues. We collect that information. Then we also can, as I mentioned, scan documents and extract information so people can confirm what was written in those documents and so forth. Okay. So why we have chosen these different channels, as I mentioned, WhatsApp is open, everybody can use WhatsApp. Okay, it's more focusing on your consumer customers, okay, rather than your corporate customers. Microsoft Teams and Google Chat, this is the channels that will be used by your business customers. Okay, so I hope that it's not too noisy on the background, should not. They are making some noise. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go to the left screen here, and here what you see is you see on one side here the platform, okay, the backend, okay, how we manage this. So I'm going to go a bit to it quite fast. So generally what we have, you have always, as always in AI, to define the context. So the AI agent will know more or less, will know what is the situation about the environment. You build up also a context for the agent, okay? So that's describing the application. For example, if you have what kind of claim, incident the person is going to clear and so forth. Clear the process, you describe the process. Then we have here the guides. Those are the guides I was mentioning. So we are going to, today the demo is going to be around inspired by a real case, mass transit operator, okay, that is declaring incidents that happen to buses and different vehicles. When you have to define the fields, okay, and the information to be collected, everything is done simply by chat. So it's very easy for a professional who has strictly no clue about code, how will be able to set up these these fields. Okay. Once this is done here, we have different types of things. So checklist is more like questions like yes or no. These are calculated fields where you can process information that was provided by the customer before sending it to the information system. We have here different things like, for example, we can give generate ID numbers for each claim. Vision, that's the configuration of the OCR, okay, how we are going to read and what fields and what information has to be extracted from documents that will be pushed by the users. Okay. Outputs and things like that. Documents are all things related on notification, integrations to information system, because at the end of the chat and the discussion, information has to be sent and ingested into your information systems to so the managers can start the claim management, and even during the process after, if you have systems that provide AI the status of the file, claim file, we will be able, I mean, if a user is coming back, he will be able to ask what is the situation about, and at the end we can even push a last notification to the user saying, okay, that his file was completed and maybe even that he was paid or refunded or whatever situation. Object models, these are systems where we can connect with your databases, because of course during the process you might want to check some information. For example, I mean, I don't know, a policy number, for example, user will introduce provide his policy number. You have to check if that policy number exists for which item or whatever situation, or number plate registration, or different things. Okay. I will show you here how this is working on Teams. okay, because we just recently deployed on the Microsoft Teams Market. So here I have different applications. I don't know which one is the right one because some are very easy to deploy. So you go here. Yeah, this is the thing. Okay, that's the right one. That is a test for us, but this is the one you find on the market. You will open. There is a mechanism to register your workspace. Okay, so users can be, I mean, there's different ways to authenticate and so forth, but I'm going to go through just a quick example. I'm sorry if you see some customer names. That's done in purpose, but I go here, I go this one. So we are going to do that bus information. Okay, that's incident. So here we see, okay, that's for information. Here, the thing is in English. The AI is multilingual. Okay, my local is English, but if my local would be in French or Spanish or Russian or whatever, the AI would speak my own language, and translations will be done properly. I mean, will be taking into account of the context. Okay, so. Usually here we check the number plate, the number registration of the vehicle. In this case, I haven't enabled that because it's for demo purposes, but I go here. So this could be a vehicle level. So the system could check if that vehicle is in the database or not, and so on. So as I mentioned, this is a declaration for buses. Okay, so the individual here had an incident with the bus. It's in a European environment. We'll understand why I'm saying this. So different questions are asked, okay, and we can track here agent activities. I have this one. So I started here my discussion, okay, and we can see here the thread. Okay, we are tracking also the thread. I go again. I'm going to say yes, the vehicle was borrowed. The system is asking me some information here, so I think that maybe you can go and check into a database. Not the case here because it's a demo, but I go here. I would say again yes here. Some reference. Okay, so we also can give constraints. So for example, let's say that the files will have 5 figures or 2 letters or whatever. I mean, the AI will check. In this case, the thing is quite open. Here I show you how we are going to read an accident report, a European one. Okay, so I go for this one here, the sample I have. And now what we are doing an OCR. Okay, so these kind of systems are trained. Okay, so standard document. So the system is trained to read the document that was filled in by hand. We wait a bit. Okay, take some time. It's instantaneous to do that. But you can imagine that at a certain point, somebody has to pick up manually this document, okay, and record this information into a file. That takes time and so forth. So we see here that the machine has been doing this. So we are to say that there were no witnesses. Question the AI is asking, I don't know why. But otherwise, he's been reading thing, okay. As you can see, the sample, I think is happening in France. So we confirm that summary, okay. Normally the person sending the information. Then it's the last question here. So as if the police was intervening in the incident, we will say yes, and you have to provide some information. So it's inspired by a real case that is more complex. You have several different processes in it, depending on the type of form you have to read and so on. So the OCR training, the AI training of reading the document is is trained, the system is trained, and after we automatically train the system. So each time we read a document, the system is being improved. Okay, so if you start this after a few months or years, there should be much less issues when reading the document. So yes, I will validate here. So this also can be set up like how many times you ask the user to confirm the information, but it was to really repeat and be 100% sure the information provided is correct. So I can see here, we can track this thing, we provide a number, so, and I can show you, we also have sent an email. Yeah, we'll show you how this email is looking, what is the output, and what is going to be ingested in the information system. So I see okay, the template is in French. We have a template in English too, but that still have to be chosen manually, but okay. You have here all the information, okay? What I've been checking here, you have a picture of a thing and the JSON file. This is what you are going to use to feed your information system. But we'll have to do some mapping, some different efforts. So we can do that via FTP, webhook, APIs, and different things. So at the end, when this thing has been done, okay, the claim can be start to be processed, and the user would be maybe interested on a later stage to come back here. We don't enable that, but after a while he could come back and say, hello, I have like to have information about what's going on, or follow the file and so forth. So if we have synchronized the status of the file with your information system, the robot will be able to provide information on how it's done. And during the whole life of the file, I mean, you can really provide information upon request to your users, your customers' users, frictionlessly, and information goes up and down very easily. Okay. So I generally promise now the goal is to do the presentation as soon as, I mean, on a quite short time. So generally think 15 minutes is enough. So I come back here to the center. So the center screen is this one. So in the future, we're going also to do the same, because the same thing can be used, same or less system can also be used to generate automatic answers to emails, a bit more complicated. So this is being under development. As soon as we have this ready, we're going to do a webinar and demonstrate how the system is working with email. Processing time is reduced. Okay, the most important is that from the first declaration, you have the information structured. Okay, you're sure 100% of the information you collected is reliable, and there is no need of back and forward questions and things like that. It's improved customer and team satisfaction. I could build up, if I have a flow chart and I have the right information, you can build a full application in a few hours. Of course, sometimes the processes are not very well known or whatever. Some effort has to be done in terms of process engineering or understanding the process to then build up a bot, AI agent. Takes some time, but if I have a clear form, a few forms, and a flow chart, I can tell you in a few hours I can get you up and running a test in WhatsApp. We generally like to show the results on WhatsApp because it's fairly easy to show. I mean, if you have to install and deploy the app in your environment for Teams or for Google Chat, that takes some time. You might need some authorization from your IT managers and so forth. Okay, so here a few words. So how we do in general, if you want to test Tenant, I mean, you just ask us. We are ready to build up a small prototype, a short chatbot, to demonstrate that this is done very fast, very easily. and you can test it. As I mentioned, in general, we do that with WhatsApp. You give us where emails where we have to send the notifications and so on. And you can in a few days, we can do a test for you, show you how it works, and so forth. Licensing is based on the, different things like the number of workspaces you are using. So I have to explain that. It's once we are discussing, I'll explain to you that the number of guides. Eventually, there are also pay-per-use fees because I mean we use AI technology, OCR, so these have a cost, okay, CPU, GPU costs that we have to pay. So the more you use the platform, the more you will be billed by usage, okay. That's okay. So I think for me, I've gone through all the what I wanted to show today. Hope it's not too noisy on the background. Sorry for this, and I'm going to take a look and see if somebody has question to ask. So if you have a question, don't hesitate. You go to the chat, okay, in the chat box there, in Livestorm or LinkedIn or even YouTube. You ask your question, and I'm going to read it and answer it. So 24 minutes, I see the stream, so I'm in time. What I can do is share presentation. So for this a second, I'm going to do that via the chat. Here. Link. I go here. Not so much this presentation, but it can be useful. I'm going to publish it here also in different platforms. My email, if you wanna ask us something, okay, don't hesitate. Oh, here is my email. At least. Have email, and also if you wanna book a meeting, okay, we have a Calendly link URL. I'm going to share that one too. If you wanna have a personal demo, discuss your business case. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, or you can go. Yeah. You can also visit our website, but it's going to be very soon updated. So what you see is old information. Soon we're gonna have something new. Yeah. Okay. I have shared all what I wanted to share, so you can connect with us, and we can organize a demo, a private demo, and discuss your business case. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I did it as short as possible. The idea is always to fit the 30 minutes. Questions, Q&A included, but I see there is no Q&A, so that is no questions. Means that everything was clear and understandable. I hope. I don't know. Okay, I wish you all a great day, and you're gonna get more information on the next webinar coming soon. Okay, next month. Bye, everybody. Thank you for attending.